Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining. This is another session of Mastermind, and today we are focusing on different real estate hacks. These are the hacks that make our job faster and easier and more productive. To start with, I invited one of my guests here, and Ted. He is a mortgage agent. He's very active in GTA, and he's going to give us a little bit of what I call it understanding and become more knowledgeable since you're in the field of real estate. And mortgage is essential part of real estate as well. So without further ado, I would ask Ted to join us. Ted, you have the platform.
Great, thank you. Thanks for the intro, Ashton. Yeah, so my name is Ted Stempak. I'm a mortgage agent based in the GTA, more specifically Oakville, Ontario. However, I am licensed for the entire province of Ontario, so I can do transactions anywhere within the province. We are able to use DocuSign as a means of obtaining signatures, et cetera, video calls as a way of meeting clients. So the entire experience can be virtual or it can be in person. So if you have any deals, even outside of the GTA or any assistance you need there, I'm licensed to do those and happy to help. But today we are here to talk about first-time homebuyer programs. So I'm just going to share my screen. I've put together a few slides to walk you through just the various first-time homebuyer programs that are available. I will do my best to keep my eyes on the camera, but I will be referring to my presentation as we go. So to first off, I thought I'd start off with a definition of what is a first-time homebuyer. This is the wordy definition off the government website, but essentially you're a first-time homebuyer if you've never bought a home before, or if you haven't owned a home in the past 4 years. So if you've purchased a home, you've sold it, you've rented, you were living abroad, whatever the case may be, if 4 calendar years have passed since you've owned that property, you will requalify as a first-time homebuyer.
Ted, we don't have your slide.
Do you have my slides? Are they coming
Um,
through?
no,
Oh,
just make sure you share it with us.
yeah. Oh, I apologize. Sorry. There we go. Are they being
Yeah,
shared
yeah,
now?
that's good. We have it. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Okay. Appreciate that. Sorry for the technical hiccup. Um, so that was the definition we just covered. So the first program we're going to speak about is the First Home Savings Account, commonly known as the FHSA. So it combines essentially two existing programs, the TFSA and the RRSP. So you're allowed to make contributions, tax deductible contributions of up to $8,000 a year, and your max contribution limit is $40,000 over 5 years. Now, the caveat is this must be used within 15 years after opening or until the end of the year you turn 71. At which point, at withdrawal, the proceeds of the account would be taxable. However, the growth within the account from any investments you make would be tax-free. And if there are any questions at any point, I don't really have visibility to the chat, but feel free to just put your hand up or pipe in at any moment.
Mhm.
Moving on, we've got the home buyers plan. So this is one that you've probably been familiar with. So this allows a first-time home buyer to withdraw funds from their RRSP. So that amount was recently increased from 30,000, or sorry, 36,000, I believe, to 60,000 in one of the recent federal budgets. So it's 60,000 per person. So if you're a couple buying a home and you qualify as first-time home buyers, you can combine those amounts for 120,000. So you're essentially borrowing money from your retirement fund to fund your real estate purchase, to fund towards your down payment. The funds do need to be paid back within 15 years, and the repayments can begin or do begin in the 5th year after you withdraw the funds, or you can choose to start those repayments earlier if you wish. One of the things I advise my clients, and I put air quotes around advise because I'm not a financial advisor, I do need to stay in my lane, is that if they've received a sizable gift for a down payment and they still have RRSP contribution space and they're not at that $60,000 level or balance within their RSPs, I suggest that they put the money into the RSP, receive the tax benefit in the current tax year, which will then obviously increase their tax refund when they're doing their taxes, and then pull that money out and use it for the down payment. So they kind of in a way, they can take that $60,000 and depending on their income level, quite substantially, use the RSP to increase the amount of funds they have available to them. If you do not repay these funds back into your RSP, they simply become part of your taxable income. Any questions right now from anyone? Okay, I'll continue on. And then the home buyer's amount. This isn't one that I spend a lot of time talking to my clients about because it is a tax rebate. So this program, if you will be available to them when they're filing their taxes for the calendar year where they bought their first home. So a buyer can claim up to $10,000 for the purchase of a home. It simply is a line item on the tax return that your accountant would input in. And the claim can be split with a common law partner or spouse, but it can't exceed the $10,000 claim. And this one's kind of a tough one, just because it's something that happens after the fact, right? So it's not a program that's on the front end of the home buying process where you would realize any value. It is on the back end. And then land transfer tax is a big one with closing costs.
Ed, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't get the $10,000. How does it work? What is it, this 10,000?
So you can claim a 10,000. It's essentially a tax credit. So when you're preparing your income taxes for the calendar year where you bought your home as a first-time home buyer, you can claim a tax credit towards your income tax.
Oh, okay.
So it's like I said, it's a bit of a funny one, and it's not one I spend a lot of time talking to clients about, just because it's a kind of an after the fact thing. So this is something I would bring up to a client once they've closed, once they've kind of moved in and they've settled into their new home. I will say, hey, just so you know, when you're doing your taxes for this year, talk to your accountant. You have this rebate available to you. And if they're working with a competent accountant, it should be an automatic thing anyways, that the accountant would claim for them. But it's kind of a reminder. It's part of my welcome gift or closing package at the end of the transaction. I will bring up this program just so that way they're aware.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry,
No
it
problem.
says claim up to 10,000. So it could be less than that?
It can be, like I said, I'm not an accountant, so I can't advise on it. This is just strictly what is available. So they can claim up to 10,000 for an eligible purchase. There's a whole other criteria around eligibility and what's an eligible purchase. I'm not going to cover that here today. Like I said, it's not within my purview. That's up to a licensed accountant to determine what the maximum claim amount can be, because there are other factors that can go into it. So it's something that I simply make my clients aware of, but I defer to their accounting professional to provide them with further information and clarity on it. And it is a tax credit, right? So basically the gist of it is that you get a credit off your income because you bought a house, and how that impacts your tax return or your tax refund on the year. I mean, it's anybody's guess. I mean, there's a lot of variables that go into that. And then the last one is land transfer. So I know when you guys are doing your real estate transactions, you're usually calculating land transfer tax as part of your closing costs. As a first-time home buyer, you're eligible for a maximum rebate of $4,000. So there is no land transfer tax payable on the first $368,000, but then there is a land transfer tax payable on the rest of the amount, and the max rebate is $4,000. There is an additional rebate for any buyers in Toronto, because as we know, Toronto has its own land transfer tax on a municipal level. So there's a rebate program there as well. So this is one of the first-time homebuyer benefits you cannot requalify for. So you only get this on your first purchase. That 4-year requalification window does not apply to this. Now, generally, how the land transfer tax rebate works is your lawyer claims it during the closing process. So there really isn't anything you need to do. It is part of what the lawyers do upon closing. Any questions on that or any of the other programs we covered?
So some of these are done only for first-time buyers. So for instance, the RSP, we use it and we put it back. Then maybe in 8 years down the road, we want to buy another house, so we cannot use the RRSP anymore, can we?
No. So if you've sold your home, your principal residence, and you haven't owned your principal residence for 4 years, you requalify as a first-time home buyer.
Okay.
But there needs to be that 4-year gap in ownership.
Okay. Any question for Ted? Ted, do we have your information? Oh, here you go.
There it is. So I
And
just first off wanted to say thanks for taking the time and letting me have the platform here today. Here's my information, my email, my website, my phone number. If you scan the QR code, you will be directed to download my mortgage app. So there's a lot of useful information, a lot of useful calculators in there. A closing cost calculator, which will give you an idea on land transfer tax for one. That's actually one I use quite often when talking to clients. Anything in terms of if you want to look at some live rates, those are included in my app as well. Of course, feel free to text, email me at any time. I am a bit of a night owl, so if you do have a burning mortgage question that pops in your head in the middle of the night, feel free to reach out. I don't keep bankers hours, so at any time, feel free to reach out. I am happy to answer any questions or address any concerns you or your clients may have.
I appreciate that, Ted. I'm going to share my screen now.
And just one more note, I do have a more robust document that outlines all the first-time home buyer programs. So if you want to flip me an email, I'm happy to share that with you guys directly. Just for the purposes of the presentation, I wanted to condense some of the details a little bit, but happy to share that resource with anybody that wants it. Feel free to reach out.
Excellent. I appreciate that. Thank you very much, Ted, for joining us. I asked Ted to join us here and there with some snap of the information. Like first-time buyer, I asked him to just drop in. You don't need to cover everything with mortgage. Just small things that we sometimes forget. And for instance, I told him next time maybe it comes for reverse mortgage and the potential it can have, or the effect of home equity loan for investment properties. So these are the small things that I'm going to ask Ted to join us back in the next few months and give us some ideas of how it works. This would help us when we come to working with our clients and inform them of what's going on with the real estate market. There are a lot of small things that we're busy selling and buying homes, but it's always good to have an expert on the side that we can rely and we work together with real estate. So, okay, without further ado, let me just change the screen and share with you the hacks we're going to learn today. So, can you all hear me? Okay,
Yes.
great. So, are you all excited to go through these hacks for 2025? Hands up.
Absolutely.
All right, cool. Okay, let's continue from here. So creative hacks to get more leads for free. There you go. My screen goes crazy. Okay, so as many of you know, I have my YouTube channel. So all this recording for Mastermind is going to go there, and there are a lot of other YouTube that I prepared in the past, all instructions and training and teaching that you can benefit by going to my YouTube channel and subscribe and like what you see and come with some comment if you have any question. Monday morning, don't forget, we have at 8:30 to 9 is our accountability calls. From 9 to 9:30 is role play, and Mastermind is always on Thursday at 10 o'clock. These are some of the training and the programs that I have. Anyone's interested, you can always go to successfulrealtors.com and I'm there. Now, we have WhatsApp group that started some times ago with one of my colleagues, and that is where you can join the WhatsApp group. This is the focus for this WhatsApp is door knockers. So there are a lot of agents knocking at doors every single day, and we get support and help and questions. It's all shared there. So next week, we're going to have what I call maximizing your real estate success. I think that's exciting content that I'm going to share with you that would help you with your real estate. Now, I start sharing some of the discovery with AI that I come across every day. So I'm sharing some of them with you. NoMoreCopyrights.com. And I had challenge with that. I wasn't comfortable to steal pictures from here and there and put into my presentation or my flyers. So the good news here is if you go to NoMoreCopyright.com, it would ask you what pictures. So the picture that has copyright, you drag it there and would create something similar to that and give it to you for free. So you can blast it anywhere you want. So you won't have to deal with that copywriting issue anymore. Now, there are 3 programs, mixkit.co, LTX Studio, and sedge.com. These are all pointing for offering you things with graphic. Now, LTX Studio, I use it personally. It's an amazing program. It's so real. And I use it for text to video. So you put your text such as walking couples and seeing a brand new house. They get excited and they want to put an offer on this house. That's your text. And it would convert it to video for you. And you can put a video on Instagram, anywhere you want. It's amazing. So use all these AIs.
Ashton, are they free or do we have to pay for them?
I think they're free. LTX is free. The other one, I didn't actively use it. NoMoreCopyright.com, I think that's also free. So why we need to learn more hacks? That would make our job easier, faster, easier, and more efficient. And I'm going to share to you why this is the case. So protect your morning from checking your email. That's disastrous. I fall into that sometimes. I wake up, the first thing I do, I grab my cell phone and I start checking my email. I'm not doing that anymore. And because if you get an email that is, you have to respond, it just ruins your morning routine. You have to go, you have to jump on your computer or respond back to email, etc. No social media in the morning. You grab your cell phone and start going through TikTok. You see something exciting and you go to the next one. Wow, it's funny. You go to the next one. By the time you realize that you have to go to work or do your things, you consumed at least 15, 30 minutes. I hope not. Start your morning by working on your most important things that you have in this world, and that's your mindset. That is your sword. That is your engine. That is your life. 95% of what we do is coming from here. All the successful people in the world, like I'm coming with different examples of successful people in the world. Typically, they have 2 arms, 2 legs, 1 head. There's nothing special about them except their mind. So what is happening with their mind is crucial. So protect this. Don't put poison on it and recharge it. And if you are going through some routine exercise, physical exercise or diet, you have to make sure you prescribe the same diet for your mind as well. Convert your social media followers to email. That's also another crucial thing. Many of us happy, well, I got 200 hits, I got 20 followers. Big deal. It's important for you. You're running a business. It's not for joke or fun. It's important for you to pull them out and convert them to your email list. And then you start dripping them, drip campaign. Now, one of the technique I use, and it's very, very powerful, actually I use 2 of them, is I am offering them lead magnet. Basically, you create an ebook, which you can do it all the time. If you need one, just send me an email. I would be more than happy to send you 1 copy. And you put this ebook, such as 5 pitfalls home buyers should watch before buying a house. You post that one in your social media, you get click, and you go to a landing page. Landing page would give them the ebook, but in return, it would get their email address. So here you go. You bring one of those followers from your Instagram into your email. Now, if tomorrow Instagram shut down on you or TikTok ban, then you're toasted. But if you have their email address, doesn't matter what, you have them with you. Now, one of the things I start doing that I just discovered, and I'm sharing that with you. If you go to one of those ChatGPT, this is AI that you can use, such as I think ChatGPT offers that if you go with ChatGPT 4, but I find that in DeepSeek, and I find that also in Perplexity. Perplexity works same way as ChatGPT. I find it in the term of search is very powerful, maybe more powerful than ChatGPT. ChatGPT is very good for creative things, but I use Perplexity for the following reason. One of them is, let's say you create a brand new listing. Today you post your listing, goes up, homes in 123 Main Street. As soon as you create that one and that came up on MLS, just print out a PDF version of it. Okay, download a PDF version of it. Now go to Perplexity and then upload. You see where the arrow comes? Upload it there. So Perplexity has now your PDF of your listing, and then on the command prompt part of it, write, read my PDF of my new listing and tell me different ways that I can improve my listing. You'll be surprised what you're going to see. Perplexity goes through your PDF, read it, and start picking up things that you need to improve. And for instance, on description, said, why don't you write a better description? And it will write it for you. There are many things that Perplexity would pick for you. So use it for your advantage. Not many agents, they do that. Now, another thing that almost 99% of agents are missing, and is very powerful, when you list your home, there are a screen that you go through. One of the screen towards the end of it, it asks you for your name, your brokerage, the commission you want to
Is
pay.
that
Apparently that's towards the last part of it.
is the
So-
tab others in the MLS listing tab? When
Yes,
you are
yes.
listing it, the tab is others, and at the bottom of it, you see all these URLs.
Thank you. You're right, Adriana. So when you go on the bottom, it said sales brochure URL. It's free for us, but we are missing it. No one put anything there. So what you can do, and that's in bracket, your advertising to public. So you can use MLS.ca or Realtor.ca to promote yourself as well. So what you're going to put there, you're going to go to Canva, you create a URL landing page, and you bring all the pictures, okay? You put a description of your listing. On the bottom, you can put your own banner. Hey, I'm here to help selling, buying, investing in real estate. So you are going to put that URL here on sales brochure URL. Once you record it here, when you go to publicrealtor.ca, you are going to see that link happen there. Okay, this is very powerful. Now, if you put your virtual tour, I had a snapshot of the virtual tour part of Realtor.ca. I couldn't find any agents doing this, and I'm just bringing up a listing, so I'm not at that point to create it and put it here for you. But if you go to that section, the virtual tour comes as multimedia. Now, when you put your URL, it's going to come here as well, so people would click on it. So that's another way for you to reach out for leads. And if you put on that URL another lead magnet, that's even better, because people go to your URL that you created in Canva and see that you put to receive this free ebook on 5 pitfalls home buyers should watch. They click there and you really take them out of Realtor.ca to your own landing page to give them ebook and receive their email address. So we have these things everywhere, said associate with 5 successful agents and you become one of them. Who has ever heard that? Okay. Associate with 5 millionaires, you become one of them. Associate for 5 losers, you become one of them. Now, the things that is missing in any of this conversation here is make sure that group of 5 are willing to share things with you. And I come with the background that I was working with a lot of successful people, and none of them were willing to share anything with me. So successful people, rich people, high achievers people, it's important, but make sure the culture inside is a healthy culture and they're willing to share with you.
That's why I'm here with you. Because you share. So thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, I'm sharing. So you associate, I'm not that successful. I wish I could be even more, but with me, I'm only one. So you have to find 4 more. So organize your browser and email. Let me see if I have access somehow to, okay, that's going to be tough. Let me see if I can take you out. Yeah, I can. So if you see my browser here, I organize myself and that speed me up. So you want to save my same time. For instance, I put all my social media here. So you come here, you have access to all of them. They are not all around and you're not typing theirs. Okay. If you go to tools, I put all the tools I need for my real estate. I have my real estate folder here. I put the schools in the neighborhood. So I don't need to think about it. What is the site for schools in Mississauga? I come right here, schools, I pick it up. I go to real estate tools. For instance, the guy who put the signs from the house, how to find Post Canada's postal code. Everything I need here, they're all accessible for me. Graphic, all the AI, I put them all here. These are creating pictures for videos, for social media, for music, everything for writing. There are a lot of AIs would help me with writing, PDF. So this kind of bookmark, if you have it on top, would help you to speed up your production. Track your leads and follow up immediately. This is something that we cannot not emphasize on it. It's important. It's important part of our work. Unfortunately, many agents, they go on Facebook, get leads, they ignore the leads, or we are driving on the street, we see for sales by owner, and no, they're not going to list with us. So why are we talking negative to ourselves rather than taking actions? Prioritize your daily task. Your daily task is do the essential things first. I remember last week I came to work, it was Monday. I start thinking of playing around and say, okay, hold on a second. My most essential thing here is to grab the phone and make my calls.
Tell me about it.
Few times I wanted to go the other way and just remind myself, no, do the essential things. And that essential task, thanks to my daughter, she gave me a birthday gift. There was a book about essential tasks. I read it and said, yeah, that makes sense. So I'm still fighting to get to the right habit and routine of doing the essential task first. This is the book that I read and I always promote it. It's an amazing book by Darren Hardy. He had many books, but this is one of them, Compound Effect. If you're playful, you're wasting your day, that doesn't have the effect on today. But if you keep doing that for the rest of the month, you're going to see the effect of it. Okay, it's building up. And the example I always put is an airplane going from, let's say, Toronto to LA. And if they don't check their angles, the direction that they go, they end up being in Dallas instead of LA. So every here and there, you have to go back and make sure you're on the right routine. And that's where accountability comes in place. That's where writing your routine and be committed to that every single day is essential. Now, the other thing that I always have in mind is a boomerang. I call it boomerang effect, but also we call it cause and effect. Now I'm looking at the boomerang. It comes with a lot of things that we can learn from it. Vision, target, tenacity, skills, and result. Like a boomerang, if you have no target, no vision, then it can go anywhere. Originally, boomerang were used to hit the birds. Now, birds is your goal, is your direction, is your vision. That's where you want to get. Now, that's your target. Tenacity is with the same power you throw it to your goal. Now, if your tenacity is low, you drop the boomerang right in front of your feet, then it doesn't get back to you. And for that, you need years of practice with your boomerang. That's your skills. That's where the role play comes in effect. And that's where going through the reading and refreshing your mind, improving your skills, not even knocking at doors, door knocking, you go there. Just imagine the least thing you can get from door knocking is practice. And I can say that I learned a lot through door knocking. What should I say when the guy said no? What should I say when the guy said maybe we're thinking about it? What should I respond when the guy said, well, I have a cousin thinking of selling or buying? That's build up. That's the skills. And the result is eventually what you're going to get out of it. I think that is the end of my presentation. Any question? Now, one of the things I also share with some agents, I don't have the slide on it. When I sell homes, yeah, I put a sold sign. But beside that, I have a small sign that I created, and it said, sold, we have more buyers for you, and the phone number. And I put it on the front lawn, and I get calls from that. Well, this home is sold, but they said they have buyers. Okay, let's give it a try. So I had calls coming from that sign, that simple sign. It's a very simple sign. The other thing that I'm sharing is that is a hack, and it helped a lot for me. If you go on MLS, our trap, when you log in, there is something we call home price index. Home price index is telling you the growth of each neighborhood, for instance, in Toronto and GTA, of each neighborhood for different kind of homes, detached homes, semi, townhouses, 1 story, 2 stories. And it will tell you, I think it's 1 month, 3 months, 5 months, 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, and 10 years. Many, many, many times I use a printout of that to tell my clients, listen, this property in this neighborhood, look at the home price index. Based on this, the growth was 12%, 18%. So that is cut through. Many of people, they are hesitant. Well, I'm not sure if this area is growing. Instead of debating with them, tell them it's beautiful, it's nice. Let the numbers talk to them. And I've seen the effect of it. I converted a lot of people for investment, a lot of first-time buyers, a lot of concerned buyers about the neighborhood and growth. And I diverted many of them from buying in the wrong place. They called me and said, buy us a house in nowhere land. And I pull out the information, listen, nowhere land give you minus 2% growth in 3 years. Is that really where you want to go? Come with me, I show you another place. So that's giving value back to our clients. So that's another hack that would save you a lot of money and a lot of headache. And you're doing the right thing for your clients. Any question? No? You all know what to do?
Yes, continue.
Okay, I'm done. I'm done. So if you have no question,
Ashton, can
yes.
you talk a little bit more about ebook, please?
Yes, yeah. The simplest version of ebook you can do, and I give you a hint. You go to ChatGPT, just type in, write me a 500 words blog post on 5 important steps a home buyer should watch or should do, or give me 5 pitfalls of a brand new home buyers. before they buy a house that they should watch. ChatGPT would give you a very nice writing. Copy that one into Microsoft Word. Okay, these are very easy and these are free. Everyone can do that. So copy that one into Microsoft Word, add some pictures if you want to, make creatively, make space and make it very nice. You can even put your name at the bottom as a presented by. You're not the writer, you're not the author, so don't write author. ChatGPT is. So once that's done, go to save as PDF. Now, it's a good idea if you can create the very first page as a cover page. Again, go to that nomore.copyright.com with a nice picture and ask it to give you your version. So grab that one, put it on the very first page of your Microsoft Word document, and then save that. Should be 5 pages, not more than that. Save that one as a PDF. Okay. Now you drop that PDF into your Google Drive. Okay. We all have access to Google Drive and it's free. I recommend you to create a folder in Google Drive said PDF to share with clients. So you drop it in there, and when you go to that file, right mouse on it in Google Drive, and it will let you share it. Copy the share URL.
Okay.
Okay, so anyone with that share URL can have access to that. Now there are 2 ways to share that one with people in order for you to get the email. Number 1, I'm using KV Core. KV Core allow me to create a landing page in 5 seconds.
Yeah.
So I create a landing page, and in that landing page said, okay, this landing page is for first-time home buyers. What do you want to give them in return? So I put my URL there. It has a space for URL. So, and I grab that landing page from KV Core and put it to my Facebook post or my Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Now, the other way here is for you to go and create Google Form. That's the same thing. Google Form also can be saved the way it's very easy to go through it. So I don't need to explain that one. But once you create your Google Form, I think Adriana did it. You put that URL into your
back to you.
Facebook post as well, or Instagram. With my Instagram portfolio, if you click on it, it goes to my portfolio or profile, sorry. And there you're going to see my link tree, I call it. So you create a blank sheet in Canva. I think I'm taking you too far.
No. Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead.
So when you go to Canva to create a URL,
Uh-huh.
it gives you a landing page, blank landing page.
Yeah.
That's your profile for your Instagram if you want to, because Instagram allow you to link your Instagram profile to something else. So you link it to this landing page. In many agents, they link it to their web page, but what a big deal. But if you link it to a landing page, that landing page you created gives them many options, such as click here to know more about me. Number 2 button, click here to get to my web page to look for more homes. Number 3, click here to get mortgage calculator. Number 4, click here to get free ebook on how to sell your home in a short period of time, and so on. So that we call Linktree, because Linktree is actually a platform application. You can do the same thing, but I make it easier. You go to Canva and create all those buttons in that landing page. And sky's the limit. I put my books in Amazon there. I put many other things there. So you go and create that landing page, and anyone's go to your Instagram. Oh, very interesting. Okay, let me see who she is. They click on it. They go on that URL landing page, and they see, wow, she does a lot of things. She offers mortgage calculators, and she offers search, she offers ebook for free. Let's get in there. So that's like that, your exposure. And even if you have a Facebook, I highly recommend you to create your own community Facebook. I said that many, many times, that you are in control. And when you create your Facebook, when someone wants to become a member of your Facebook, there's a questionnaire. And in that questionnaire, ask them, would you like to receive free listing for beautiful homes in Richmond Hill? Put your email address there. I have so many emails, I don't have time to go and copy paste them anymore. I mean, I go once a month and there are a ton of it. I'm collecting a lot of emails from Facebook. I cannot even control it anymore. And that comes to my database and I drip campaign on them. And I noticed that some of them are coming back. Yes, I don't have their phone number. I don't push on the phone number, but as long as I can expose to them, they see, oh, Ashton is very active in this neighborhood. Let's contact him. He offers free book. He offers a lot of links, a lot of homes that coming to the market. Just be careful. You don't be directed to different ways. You have to sit down one day. And that's what I'm always say. Step back one day a week to work on your business. Stop knocking at doors. Stop cold calling. This is your day for your business and run it as a business at that point. So sit down, set what you want to do with your social media at this time. And the goal here is to bring as many as email out as possible. So what are the best way to do that? Lead magnet, Facebook community page. So spend the entire day doing that. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I went too far, but listen, you have access to my my number. You can give me a call anytime you want,
Sure.
and I explain to you in details.
Appreciate that. Yeah.
And some of this I already share on my YouTube. So if you go there asking for a squeeze page, it's there, instruction, step by step what to do.
Okay.
Okay, I think I have landing page as well, at least 1 or 2 videos for landing page, and even how you can use the landing page for your open houses. Open house is very powerful. But go to that YouTube that I put, a few YouTube that I put about AI, a lot of AI too. I think we have 6 or 7 videos I put on AI in my YouTube channel. But slow down to go faster. This is what I always say. Slow down to go faster. Organize yourself. During the week, go prospecting nonstop. Weekend, Sunday, sit down and see what you have done and what you are going to do for the week that is coming. Organize yourself. Once you organize your landing page for Instagram, that's it. Unless you want a month or 2 months down the road, based on your feedback, you can you want to tweak it, you want to play with it, and work on your Google review. We had the session last time. All right. Any question? No.
No, I think I'm good.
All right. So you have access to my
Okay.
information. I think we have a chat here. Just give me 1 second. What do you use for drip campaign? I am using KV-Core. KV-Core has drip campaign automation. So what I do, I'm not happy with just having drip campaign in bracket. What a big deal. I get emails from this agent saying whatever. So I customize my drip campaign. I go and grab the default drip campaign from KV-Core and I insert in there video. Video is very powerful. So if I see someone's coming with the intention of buying, I create 20 videos, 20 short videos, like 2 minutes. Things that you can do or the steps that you need to go through to buy your house. Step number 1, look for your mortgage. Are you qualified, etc., etc. Last step, closing. What you have to do for closing. So this video are going to be dripped to them here and there. So that's one of the things I do with drip campaign. So it's not just send them email or send them text. I send them text, I send them video, I send them email as well. And that's beside grabbing the phone, calling them. Once every
Ashton, do you have the recording for this meeting?
Yes, I'm going to put it on YouTube this evening. And if you want, I can put a link on our door knocking group. So you
Yeah,
can,
yeah. It's very, a lot of information, very, very useful information there.
thank you. That's encouraging. And when you go
Thanks.
to YouTube, please subscribe, send it to your friends. This information coming from a realtor to realtors is free. If you can be successful, that's my pride. I would be more than happy to see you successful. There is no competition, it's collaboration. We are helping one another. If there is anything small I can do for you, that's my pride. I will be more than happy.
Thank you.
And
Thank you
share
so
with
much,
you.
Ashton. It's not everybody would like to share that. You are excellent.
You know, I'm blessed more than you are. You are getting this information, but at the end of the day, I'm blessed. There's a question, can you please share the videos to send to new leads? There are a ton of it. I'm thinking, how
Hello,
can I share?
hello.
Yes,
Uh,
Gary?
yeah. How are you? Do you mind
Good.
I share something regarding my door locking experience?
Absolutely.
Yeah. The only thing I think is you have to take action. You know, if I think when I'm sitting at home, I feel stressful. I feel no goal. But when I park my car on the street, I take action. I push myself to lock the first door. I feel energy. I feel like full of pump up. And I spent almost like 3 months since last October. I changed my mindset and I keep myself at least like 3 days to 4 days on the street to locking doors.
Great.
And I did a second round. I pick up like 2,200 households,
Wow.
like townhouse, semi, and detached. I locked this area, and I locked the first round in between last October and December. Right now, I started locking my second round, and you know the opening. I tried different open line, but you know, you don't have to say anything. Like finally, I feel like at the end, when you lock the door, you don't even say a word. They know you. Like you lock again. They know you. Right now, I just open line like, hi, this is Gary. Did you see me before? That's it. With confidence. Did you
That's
see my
amazing.
sign? With confidence. So I push myself and I try to throw myself on front of them and try to make joke, make fun with them. No scared anymore.
That's amazing. That's a good testimony that
Yeah.
you gave us, Gary.
If you are confident, you are fully confident. You don't care what you say. Just talk to them like friends. Yeah, very easy, very confident. And even they say no, who cares? I go next. Yeah,
Absolutely.
full confidence, full energy. Yes.
Absolutely. 100% I agree with you.
Yeah,
Thank you
take
very much.
action. The best practice is you go there. You go there and you talk to them and you have feeling. You have different experience. You know what you say. You know what you should say.
Absolutely. I 100% agree with you, Gary. It's like buying a car, but not turn on the car to go to your destination. You would never, ever get to your destination if you have a car. Big deal, you have a car. Just take action. It's like a boomerang, I said. If you have a boomerang, you have all the skills, enthusiasm, everything. But if you don't shoot it, if you don't throw it, you would never, ever get to anything you want. So you have to go, as Gary said, who cares? Just take action.
Yeah, it's buying house or selling house. It's not like you buy a food, buy a meal. It's like some people they don't buy house like within past like 10 years or even 20 years. So if you lock this kind of person, it's useless. But keep going. Eventually you will find someone who are interested, who want to buy or sell. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We had the request, I think Tarek was asking if he can get a sample of the videos I sent to my buyers. The only way I can send them to you in an organized way would be I might have you in my database. I'm going to connect you to the video so you automatically be dripped campaign by those videos campaign that I have. So you're not a buyer, but that's fine. You want to learn how I did it. Also, what I was promoting for years with agents, when you got the door, have a business card with your QR code in the back of it. So the front of it is your image and the back of it is nothing but a QR code. This QR code, it doesn't take you to the site. It takes you to a video. So you actually left the day after the guy grabbed this one. You are talking to him, tell him if he wants to sell what he has to do, and he has to call you. And there are lead magnet here as well. So people look at this one, they go to lead magnet, they click, and here you go. You get their email, and you're not even at their door anymore. You never talk to them, but you got them. You got their email address. So
Yeah.
this
If
is what
you
I
don't
do.
mind, I want to share with you, like yesterday, I create my different opening line, like 2 opening line, if you don't mind, you guys. Yeah.
Sure.
One is when I knock on the door, I see a lady, maybe a homeowner lady. I ask her, okay, are your parents home? But she's a woman. She looks so young. So I create my different line. Are your parents home? She said, come on, I'm an owner. I say, no way, you look like a daughter. So it's just make fun. Yeah.
That's right.
Normally, like, cause I'm Asian, I meet some like white guys. I say, okay, I'm Gary. Did I get any luck today? I bet you don't want sale, but am I lucky today? Just like this. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Very
very
fun
true.
sometimes. Yeah.
Very true. I sometimes go at the door and I see them and see the guy at the door and said, do you want to buy a house close by? Bring your in-laws close by, and they laugh because no one wants their in-law to be close to them. So this kind of joke you can, as Gary said, take it easy. This is part of life. It's so easy. Just go and
Yeah.
don't tell yourself you're knocking at doors. Don't tell yourself you're canvassing. Just say, I'm going to go see some people in the community. Just chit chat with them. I
Yeah.
see if the guy is angry coming at the door, say, listen, I'm just here to introduce myself to the community. It's a beautiful community. As soon as I said beautiful community, sometimes I said beautiful neighbors you have, then they know that they have to be beautiful too. So the smiles goes up. So
Yeah.
take it
And
easy.
I was thinking, like, in the summertime, I will print a T-shirt with my business card on the front.
Great.
And I walk on the street, like everybody see me, and I say, "Hi, Gary, you come here again." That's an eventual effect. That's an eventual effect. Everybody knows you. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Yeah, you're gonna be rejected many times, but it's human nature. Like it's human being. Like some people like you, some people no, they don't like you. But that's okay. That's our job. It's just
That's
a
right.
job. Yeah.
That's a great positive way of looking at
And
it.
sometimes, I had a bad day. Like this Tuesday, like 2 days ago, I had a bad day. I locked like just 20 homes. I feel very stressful and I'm not happy. And I went back home. That's okay. Sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you are not lucky. Just get used to it. Don't get it. If today you don't feel very good, try lock some doors and don't push yourself. Get used to it. Go next day. Like Wednesday, like yesterday, I got 3 emails. I got like 2 of them. They say, oh, I might be interested. But the most important thing is you got email, you have to follow up like weekly. And I got 1 email last Friday. I follow up yesterday. And he said, oh, I might think with the family. Okay, that's okay. Yeah, I just say, okay, keep in touch. If you need me, just give me a call anytime. You don't feel like if you get used to locking doors, you have endless leads. And you feel comfortable and confidence. Yeah, don't like overthinking. Don't overthink a lot. Yeah, just
Great.
focus on today's activities. Yes.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing that with us. I think we got at the end of our timing here. If anyone has any question, I put my information on the chat and get back to me. Otherwise, I will see you next week to share more information and knowledge and skills with you guys. All the best. Have a productive week ahead of you and see you next week.